What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Chabon Stunner, and I'm ready to let you guys know what I think about this iPad mini. I've been working with it for about 3 days now, and if you'd like, please check out my unboxing of this product. But I'm going to tell you what the deal is, and I'm going to break it up into two parts, two videos. In the first video, we're going to talk about the look, the layout, and this form factor and application versus the full-size iPad. In the second video, we're going to talk about the actual price. We're going to talk about my personal experiences with this device, and then we're going to answer the most important question: should you buy this item? Particularly with the holidays coming out, that's a big question that a lot of people want to know. So let's jump right in here and let's talk in particular about the look of this device. Apple did an excellent job. I think they really knocked it out of the park because this device is nothing short of awesome. When you look at the craftsmanship, you can tell that some time was put into it. It's a paper thin device. All the ports are very similar to that of a full-size iPad, yet it has some attributes that were borrowed from the iPod Touch, the new one, and the new iPhone, with the background and with the back, of the device, and some of the fit and finish there with the way the speaker grills look and the lightning port. I had to get black, as I said in my unboxing video, because they did not have any white available at the time. That's obviously a hot commodity color, so I went the black, and I'm happy with that because, in my personal opinion, I think the black looks more business. Let me know what you guys think. The home button functions the same way, and it's got a nice seamless look, and I really like the edge work, the way the glass just falls off the edge. The look of this thing is fabulous. They took a lot of care with the buttons here. This switch can be used for vibrate or /silent to sound, or it can be used to lock your orientation. Even the way the camera looks on the back, they just took a lot of time. And there's your sleep wake button, and the Apple design is in there nice and crisp. And just in case you did not watch my unboxing video, this is the 32 gigabyte Wi-Fi only variety. The layout of this thing, if you guys have used an iPad in the past, or if you're just thinking about getting into iOS, is in the tablet scene, is very similar to that of the iPod Touch. It's very similar to that of the iPad. But make no mistake, this thing is 100% iPads. And the reason it looks like this is I like to see a clean wallpaper when I first turn on my tablet. So I always have the first page with nothing on it, and I move all my apps to the second page. And I found a really cool wallpaper that displays the inner workings of an iPad mini, and it should look very similar to this on the inside. Not 100%, but this will do, and it's a nice representation of that Apple A5 chip. The layout of this thing is what I feel the iPad really should have been from the start. 7.9-inch display is right on the money. It's got that girth that you feel like you're really holding something in your hand, but at the same time it's small enough and light enough that you don't mind taking this guy to bed with you, or to school, or to work, or to play. I mean, everywhere I went, I took this thing with me this weekend. I went out of town, it was with me. Everywhere I went, the iPad mini was with me, and I had no issues versus carrying around my big, almost 10-inch tablet, my full-size iPad. And everything looks pretty good on it, too. I mean, I can, if I can get my fingers to work, go in here and look at applications that I've looked at before, and I can go into like a magazine that I'm subscribed to, and I can go straight into it, and everything looks crisp. A lot of people are hating on the display, but all of my Apple apps work. All of my iOS apps work just fine, and I can do something with this a lot easier that I cannot do with my full-size iPad, and that is use iPad apps and blow them up and make them full screen, really with no major issues. And I really like that. I also have the option of using standard optimized iPad apps, and I think that that's great. So I can use iPhone or iPad apps pretty seamlessly and not have any issues. So there's a lot of choices there, and since I do have both the bigger device and the iPhone, the bigger iPad and the iPhone, I've got a lot of apps to choose from. So that's pretty exciting. But I mean, everything works well. Siri's here. She joined the party, and she's right there. and you know, I'm very happy with what I have here. Another thing that I have here that works well is my Google app, and shout out to Google on this one because it works very well on all of my devices, and I really like using it in conjunction with Siri on this iPad mini. And all you do is go into that Google app and you push the button and you ask a question, and this version of Siri, if you will, I don't know what they're calling her in Google, but she'll tell you the answer to your question. Let's give her a go. What is the weather going to be like in Columbus tomorrow?
The forecast for Columbus tomorrow is 61 degrees and mostly sunny.
There you go. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. So I've got to back up to Siri, and sometimes this one actually performs better than Siri. A lot of the times, actually, when Siri says, let me think about it, I can go ahead and get a straight up answer from this one. So I've got two different sources that I can use, and that's fantastic. So that, you know, makes this tablet even more valuable for me because it's a backup to a backup. And with the Wi-Fi only version, the cool thing is that I've got unlimited data on my iPhone because I'm an old school AT&T subscriber, so I can tether and get internet pretty much when I need it. So I don't have to spring for the 4G LTE version, and I've also got it in my full-size iPad as well. I've got a couple movies loaded up on this thing too. I've got, you know, Cabin in the Woods, Prometheus, and the Hulk. They play great. No issues there either, playing any kind of movies. Vimeo. I've got the app called Jasmine that is basically a YouTube app for iPads because they don't currently have one that's made by Google just yet. All of my video chat functions work well. Skype works really well on here. FaceTime works really well. I've done FaceTime with no major issues. And I've got even my productivity stuff. I wrote an article at work today and was able to send it off. Let's do a quick comparison of the actual iPad, full-size iPad versus the actual iPad mini, because that's going to wrap up this video. This again is the Retina version of the iPad 3, which is the only way it came, and this one is 16 gig, and it does have the 4G LTE. So let me pop off of the, actually I'm not gonna pop off, let me extend the tripod a little bit, and we're gonna go to work. Sorry guys for this kind of funky deal. I'm moving this in so I can stand over it and talk, and I think that's important for this particular part of what we're trying to do. All right, let me go into here and let me go. Hopefully I can get back to that. Let me see if I can find a video that's the same of mine. All right, I've got this video on both, and as you can see by looking at this, the mini keeps the same orientation that the full-size iPad does, which is great. And we're going to make sure that both of these are at full 720. That one's at 720, and that's the highest quality that I can set on these right now for this particular video. So I'm gonna play them out, and I'm gonna try to do it at the same time, and we're gonna see how they play out, and then we're gonna listen to them one then the other to see how the audio plays with the video. So we're gonna play them at the same time. Stand by. Here we go.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, I've got a great video for you tonight.
So there you go. Both of these guys pretty much are simultaneous. And when we look in there, let me adjust the camera so I can kind of show you guys what's going on here. This is the Retina version, and then this is the Mini. There's not a lot of difference in video quality, and I'm right on top of both of them. And as you can see, the video quality for both of these is really good, and the audio quality is really good, which I like. And if you look at the text here, a lot of people were complaining about the iPad mini screen. It looks really good in my opinion for what you get. There's the Retina. The Retina's just slightly sharper, but overall, I think that you will be happy with this particular screen, and I think that you'll be happy in this particular form factor, which will make up the difference, if you will, for the Retina. Now let's listen to the full-size iPad only.
Promise the same kind of
Now this is the full-size only.
Invisible shield and some of the other phone adhesive shield companies, but this is supposed to be pretty cool.
Pretty good size, a pretty good speaker. Everything sounds good on that.
And it's supposed.
Now we're gonna go to the Mini and listen to just the Mini.
Promise the same kind of protection as Invisible Shield and some of the other phone.
Now one thing I do want to check before we finish this is make sure that the volume is all the way up on both of these,
full body set up, so I cannot.
because that's important. It was all the way up on both. So again, let's listen to those. I just had to verify, guys, because I want to be sure.
For that, and this look like they use some of the same adhesive for the phone on the packaging. Golly, probably
Sounds really good.
Get out of here.
Now let's listen to it on the full-size iPad.
Possibly a full body set up, so I cannot wait for that. And this look like they use some of the same adhesive for the phone on the packaging. Golly.
All right, so I just want to let you guys hear the same part on it. So if you look, I mean, this is comparable, more comparable than I think people will give it credit for. I think, again, they did an excellent job with this device, and I'm just shocked at how close these are, looking at them side by side. This is my first time doing it. The layout, the orientation, everything. In every sense of the word, it is a true iPad, and I think that that means a lot, because a lot of the information out there right now is saying that it's not. It's just a gigantic iPod Touch, and it's not. It's the real deal, and I can't stress that enough. But I'll let you guys decide as we go to part 2 of my iPad mini review.